It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. The Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Love now to pass on first down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first and 10, Love. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Just like that. Joker, 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 Joker. Check, 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 check. Bang, 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 bang.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
35-yard line. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Mike, 53, 53, Mike. All day, punt.
To throw on second down, Love. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Working out of the gun, Love. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
On for the field goal, a 54-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead.
His kick.
He's got it. And the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Steelers 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking of...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, was strictly the run game.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims there to make the grab. And the Jets will extend their lead.
For the point after.
So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 31 yards.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Well, he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. And we'll see if that pick-6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true to you, because there's times when you see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
They can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And his throw here's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Red 38. Hey, watch the screen, Jack. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Love. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now here's a throw that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. 57's Mike.
Love from the gun. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. From the gun, Love. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. Did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
To Juju Smith-Schuster.
1-yard touchdown reception. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, You can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty top points, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 61 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
4 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love.
At the 26-yard line.
Room here to run. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. You're not scoring.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs.
53's the mic. Ready.
And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Snell. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Get it, Gus. Get it.
And they take a knee.
55. Check, 55, Mike.
They gonna need some therapy after this. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage.